Have you ever found yourself stuck trying to separate Vuex stores for dynamically created components? It can be a real challenge, but don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're going to tackle this issue together. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you're trying to manage state in a dynamic application. Many developers face this exact problem, and it can feel overwhelming. But together, we can find a solution. Here's the specific question we're addressing. One user asked, how can I separate Vuex stores for components that are created dynamically? This is a common scenario, especially when working with frameworks like Vue.js. Let's dive into the details. To understand the issue, let's visualize the setup. Imagine you have an app-to-view file that dynamically generates a local component called hello. You want each instance of hello to have its own Vuex store. This can be tricky, but it's definitely doable. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that will make managing your Vuex stores even easier. To begin solving this issue, the user should first modify the main application file, app.vue. They need to ensure that the button click event adds a new job to the jobs array. Next, the user should create a Vuex module for each dynamically created component. This involves defining a new store module that will manage the state for each hello component. Now the user needs to register these modules in the Vuex store. This can be done dynamically when a new hello component is created. Finally, the user should ensure that the hello component correctly accesses its own Vuex state. This means using the map state helper to bind the component state to its props. Fun fact, did you know that Vue.js was created by a former Google engineer? It's amazing how far it has come and how many developers rely on it today. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to managing Vuex stores for dynamically created components is suggested by another user. They propose a solution that avoids the need for registering new modules. Instead, they use a single Vuex module to manage the state of jobs directly. In this method, the main component, joblist.vue, wraps the job items and uses a form to add new jobs. Each job is represented by a child component, job.vue, which can toggle its active state. The Vuex store handles job creation and state toggling through actions. The user emphasizes that this approach allows for adding new jobs and controlling their individual states without the complexity of multiple Vuex modules. This keeps the implementation simpler and more manageable. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always keep your Vuex modules organized. This will save you time and headaches as your application grows. And there you have it. You've learned how to separate Vuex stores for dynamically created components. Remember, organizing your state management is key to a smooth development process. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more tips and don't miss our next video.